Hello and welcome to your Newsmax Now update. I'm John Bachman. The U.S. Secret Service is now investigating a possible security breach at one of the country's largest big box retail stores. Target says a security breach that involves stolen credit card and debit card information may have affected about 40 million of its customers. The retailer says the breach started the day before Thanksgiving and ended this Sunday. In a statement, Target says it's closely working with law enforcement and financial institutions, and it has identified and resolved the issue. But investigators believe the thieves stole the data from credit card machines in almost all of Target's stores nationwide. Experts say Target customers need to monitor their credit.
Make sure if you're going to use a company that has credit monitoring, they have the resolution service. So if you get alerted to a data breach, they can help you recover from that incident.
American Express says the company is aware of the incident and it's putting fraud controls into place. Representatives for Visa and MasterCard declined to comment. And the White House is responding to a new report that lists recommendations for its U.S. intelligence gathering practices. The review urges the Obama administration to reform the NSA's surveillance program following the leaks by former employee Edward Snowden. Press Secretary Jay Carney says the White House will be reviewing the report and its 46 recommendations over the next several weeks, including which recommendations the White House will implement. Carney said despite changes that may be made to policy, it will not affect security.
That is his number one obligation as Commander-in-Chief, to take the steps necessary to protect the United States and protect the American people.
And former NBA star Dennis Rodman arrives in North Korea amid political tension surrounding the execution of leader Kim Jong-un's uncle. But Rodman says that's none of his business and he's only there to train the North Korean basketball team and have some fun with his friend Kim. Rodman has visited Pyongyang twice before, spending time as a guest of Kim's. The State Department, U.S. State Department, has sought to distance the U.S. government from Rodman's visit. And the full Senate is expected to begin considering Janet Yellen to be the next head of the Federal Reserve today. Yellen has already been approved by the Senate Banking Committee. Meanwhile, Ben Bernanke, the current Fed chair, announced yesterday that its stimulus program will continue, but it's going to be scaled back. Bernanke says the economy is improving, but the bond buying program will be trimmed from $80 billion a month down to $75 billion in January. The markets love that news, with the Dow closing up almost 300 points. And next up on your Newsmax Now update, passengers on a bus refused to fall victim to an armed man, how they fought back and helped put the robber behind bars. Plus a Newsmax exclusive with political strategist Doug Schoen on the biggest potential obstacle to Hillary Clinton winning the White House. Welcome back. Authorities have just released surveillance video of a 19-year-old pulling a gun on bus passengers in Seattle, but one man refused to fall victim, and the rest followed suit. Watch this. The gunman starts demanding everyone's cell phone on the bus. Then he's seen moving towards the front of the crowded bus and takes another phone. And with a pistol less than a foot away from his head, one man grabbed the gun and wrestled the gunman to the ground. Other passengers then piled on and helped stop that robbery. And during a Newsmax exclusive, Doug Schoen tells Newsmax TV that Hillary Clinton must separate herself from the policies of Barack Obama, but at the same time not alienate him too much. Schoen says Clinton can win the nomination and the presidency in 2016, but she's going to have to walk a fine line.
She's got to do what I call a two-step and cater to the base, but also make it clear she has a different vision and different policies.
That's it for this edition of your Newsmax Now update. I'm John Bachman. Now here's the Steve Malzberg Show in New York.